Today I'll be running you through an at-home workout. Here's some different exercises that you can do at your own house with no equipment. Because I know a lot of gyms are starting to shut down, we want to at least stay semi in shape during this time frame. So here's some nice easy workouts that you can do at home. As we all know, the coronavirus is going around in the US and the whole world. Gyms are shutting down, you're starting to work from home maybe, you're probably scaling back on the times you go outside. So one little bit of advice, but just try to keep some kind of routine throughout this whole thing. Not necessarily just your workout routine, but your work schedule too, and everything else you're doing each day. So you give some kind of normalcy during this time. I'm not gonna be giving any specific advice on how to deal with the coronavirus. I'm not a virus expert. I went to school for business and I got like B's in my classes, so I'm no expert here. Just consult the CDC, the most recent news, because this is changing so rapidly. Right now we're allowed to go outside and we're allowed to go to the store, but that could change tomorrow. So don't listen to any advice that I'm gonna have to say about the virus itself. Just go ahead and consult with the experts. But what I am an expert on is weird workouts that you can do at home while the coronavirus is going on and you're stuck at home working out. In one of my last videos, I mentioned a few different techniques you can use for every workout that applies to being at the gym or at home. So maybe you can pause this, watch that, and come back to this. Or I'll take a few quick seconds to run through some of those techniques that'll apply to the at-home workouts too. This is gonna include sticking to a routine like 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, whatever it might be. And the big thing here is gonna be writing down your workout before you start it, especially when you're at home. It's so easy to get distracted, and there's so much other stuff that's gonna be going on, and you're already gonna be kind of thrown off. So if you have like a set workout right now, you just can follow that and not get distracted and actually finish it. There's kind of two methods you can take here in this approach and outlook. This could be a 2-week time period, it could be 4 weeks, it could be 6 weeks, I don't know. So however long this might be, use these two outlooks to your advantage. Number one, either your resolution was to start working out at the gym every day and that just hasn't happened. This can be a good kind of transition to get you in decent shape. You have a nice little chunk of time here. We can start hitting some home workouts and build up strength. So when the gym does open back up, you'll be ready to hit it running. The second one, you can kind of work on some deficiencies. This is what I'm gonna be doing. My flexibility is trash. I can barely touch my toes. So I'm gonna be following some at-home stretching routines and maybe some lower back yoga. I used to do that about once a week and then I started slacking because I'm a horrible person. So I'm gonna get back on that so you can work on your cardio or even your flexibility, or maybe rehab an injury. See where your deficiencies at in your workouts and focus on those during this time period. Don't use this as a time to splurge and eat as much ice cream as you want just because that's the last thing left at Publix. Go ahead and try to stick to a healthy diet as well. I did a full video on the cutout method. That's the diet that I use, so you can watch that too. Just don't use this as a time just to eat all the junk food because you're stuck at home. You want to at least maintain some kind of decent shape and stick to your diet. Make you a little bit healthier, nothing wrong with that. Today I'm gonna be doing 5 different categories for you, 5 different exercises for each one. We got push, pull, legs, abs, and some form of cardio. You can also follow along to a full YouTube video out there. There's plenty of those to pick from if you want some variety. Guess what? You're still allowed to run outside. Find a nice open field and just go run. Run as far as you can, because we can still do that right now. Get some cardio in. And the last thing would be get some kind of timer going too, because that's a good way to switch up your workouts and keep you on track and accountable at home. There's plenty of apps for this, like a 30-second on, 30-second off timer. So you can do those 3 things to help out with the workouts. Follow along to a YouTube video, go outside and do some cardio, and set up a timer at home. Now to the fun part, the workouts that I'll be demonstrating. So each day, what I would recommend doing would be like a full body workout at home. So we got those 5 categories, so pick 2 or 3 from each one, hit 2 or 3 sets for each one, and take those to failure, because without adding the heavy weights and stuff, it's gonna be hard to hit failure. So just make sure you're purposely trying to go as hard as you can, especially on that 3rd set to really push yourself and burn out. I'll be doing all this with minimal equipment. Right now you could hop on Amazon and pick up some bands maybe and some light dumbbells, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna pretend you're stuck in an empty room and you have access to 2 things because those helped me make this video. First thing, a table. Hopefully we all have a table at home. Second, a backpack. What's the backpack for? You'll find out. First up, we'll be doing leg exercises. First up, lunges, and for these you kind of switch it up a little bit. So do some a little bit closer, and then do some longer apart too. So first exercise for legs, lunges. Jump squats. Instead of regular squats, because you could probably hit a ton with just your body weight, throw in a little jump there to make it semi-harder. So get your jumps in. Hopefully you got a wall at your house because we're doing wall sits next. Go ahead and set a timer for these so you don't get too distracted. And if you're super expert pro, do one-legged. Oh boy. Get your one-legged wall sits in. It's actually pretty hard. Same amount of time for each leg. When we're on this wall, we'll go ahead and go to the next one, which will be calf raises. And again, to make these harder, do one leg instead of two. Grab something from your house, about an inch or two big, like a textbook or something. And then just get on the wall, stabilize yourself, and get your calf raises in. And then also get some glutes going on, get some hip thrusts, so arms flat or on your chest, doesn't matter. And come up into that bridge, and you're gonna wanna overemphasize it almost, so instead of kind of just coming to here, just forcefully try to push up just a little bit higher and hold that up top. For push workouts, we'll be looking at your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. Again, if you can get your hands on some 10-pound dumbbells even, that'll help out a lot, but all these will be with very minimal equipment. For the first one, we're gonna be using a chair for push-ups. You could have seen push-ups coming for a push workout, couldn't you have? So put your feet up on the chair, coming down here. Just make it slightly harder, so you don't have to do as many to hit failure. And if you're feeling extra adventurous, do them one-handed, like I'm gonna try to do. To help focus on the shoulders here, we're gonna be doing handstand push-ups. You can make these harder the higher up your feet go on the wall. So if they're right here, get your shoulder and upper pecs in. To make them harder, simply just walk on up the wall, and they're harder now. For our improvised gym equipment, we have a backpack. Hopefully you have one of these at home. If you don't, maybe you got like a drawstring bag, a grocery bag. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So stuff whatever you can find into this backpack to make it semi-heavy, or we're doing tricep extensions with it. And don't worry, I realize this is a little bit cheesy, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and we're just trying to maintain here, just don't lose all your gains. So I filled it with some stuff, so it's 20 pounds or so. So you got two options, either one-handed tricep extensions, or you can go two-handed, thanks to your handy-dandy backpack. Look at that. It's basically like you're at the gym, minus the sweaty dudes and gym thoughts. This next one you may have never done before, but it's one of my favorites. I do it at the gym a lot with like a medicine ball. You got no equipment at home, maybe find like a textbook again or anything you can push together, but you'll be hitting the inside of your pecs right here, and you just have a very tight grip, and you push them together as hard as you can. You have to make yourself work on this one and hold it for like 15 seconds. So this isn't gonna be the most exciting video to watch, but it's literally just take it and you just push it together as hard as you can for 15 seconds. And if you're one of those fancy high-class folk out there, you don't just have one chair, you have two chairs. You can use these for chair dips to hit your triceps. You can do it on one, or to make it a little bit harder, elevate your feet on a second chair. Starting with pull workouts, we'll be doing the Superman for your lower back. So you can be laying down, you got two options here. One, just get up and hold it for a few seconds. You could do it as reps. Or one of my favorites, I'll get up and I'll hold it, and I'll bring the bar back and forth. Which makes it like 3 times harder, don't ask me why. You can use a broom handle if you don't have a PVC pipe. Back with our handy dandy friend, the backpack. For this, we're just hitting curls. Again, you can do 2 arms, or you can make it harder by doing 1. Next up, it's a little bit of lower back, a little bit of core, called kneeling extensions. So I'm pretty sure there's a cool yoga word for it too, but I just call them kneeling extensions. So opposite arm, opposite leg out, and we bring them together. And again, try to flex your back up top to make it harder. Next up, we got ourselves a table. I know if you have chairs and a table, doing pretty well in life, no need to brag. We're gonna be doing dolphin kicks, so you're mounting your table, get your arms up a little bit to stabilize yourself. Maybe bring your legs off the ground and up. If your legs are hitting the ground, you can just bend your knees and do this. Again, it's not ideal, but we're working with what we got here. Now we're under the table doing rows, inverted rows to be exact. So 2 options here. If your table's super short for some reason, like this one, you could just grip either side and get your rows in. Or if it's not, you can just grab the edge like so. I'd bring your feet kind of close into you so you're a little more stable. You can get your rows right here. Now we're going into the ab workouts. Good thing about these is there's a lot of them you can do with just your body weight. So I'm just gonna list 5 for you. Again, hop on Google, hop on the YouTubes, just type in at-home ab workouts. There's a lot you can follow along with. But for the purpose of this video, here's 5 that you can do at home. Number 1, your planks. You can switch this up by doing your 2 arms. You can do your 1 arms. You can do your push-throughs. You can do your dips. You can go back to 2 arms and do your toe taps. You can do your hippity boppities back and forth, but planks. Next up, sit-ups. Hopefully I don't have to describe to you how to do a sit-up, but you sit up. Next up, leg raises. Keep your legs straight and raise them up. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can do your leg raises with a clap. Clap. Get your obliques going. We got some Russian twists. And last up, bicycles. Final step would be some cardio because you don't want to be putting on the LBs while you're in quarantine. Jumping jacks, first thing. Next up, our favorite 6-letter word. What is it? No, not cookie, you fat ass. It's burpee. You're gonna need a little bit of room for this one, but not that much. Get some kind of side shuffle suicide going on. So touch a line or a wall, whatever it is. Shuffle down, touch that one. You can even do these like between your workouts. So do an ab workout, a cardio thing. An ab workout, a cardio thing. Next up, toe taps, I think is what I'll call them. Basically have your toe up on something, like a fancy chair, going back and forth. And for the last one, you'll be doing some kind of box jump. You have 2 options here. Either be jumping over something or onto something. So with a chair, you can jump it onto it. Or if you have something just like flat and kind of tall, just jump over it. So that was our at-home workout. We had 5 different things. I gave you 5 exercises of each. Go ahead and pick 2 to 3 of those. Again, our goal during this time frame, we're not trying to get as swole and jacked as we can. Just try to maintain, stay healthy, trying to go bankrupt, just survive. We're all struggling right now. We're all gonna try to make it through this. Just stay smart, stay safe, stay healthy, stay away from people, and stay clean. I'll keep you updated on how everything goes with me and the company. I know things are starting to slow down as far as sales goes because people aren't working out as much and they're trying to save money, which makes sense. So I'll keep you updated on how the progress for those new products I'm launching is and how things are in general. So comment, like, subscribe, follow along. Let's all make it through this together.